Hey mamas, welcome to day 11 of the 21-day postpartum ab challenge. We have surpassed the halfway point and we're back to lower abs today. So we're gonna start on our backs and we are gonna advance on some of the moves that we've already done in the workout, in the challenge so far. So make sure you've been doing everything in a sequence. It's really gonna benefit you more that way. Okay, come onto your back. Inhale, exhale, engage that pelvic floor, and we're gonna start with the reverse crunch. So knees come up over the hips. We're gonna lift the tailbone and then lower the legs, just hovering above the floor or lightly tap. Exhale on that tailbone lift, and then slow lower the legs. Exhale on that lift, slow lower the legs. So knees come about 90 degrees or just slightly in closer to your chest, but you don't want to pull them all the way in here. So when you're bringing them in, try to stop here and then lift the tailbone rather than doing this. Do you see what I'm saying? That's more of like a mobility movement. We want to keep that tension in the core, and so we keep the knees further away. And that's going to give that pressure, put that pressure where we want it. And as you lower the legs, being really intentional, pressing that low back toward the mat. Next, we're going to take that same move and advance. So instead of keeping the knees bent, when we lift, we extend the legs. Let's try that again. So this would be level one of the already advanced movement. Lifting the legs as you lift the tailbone. They don't have to be perfectly straight. I've got tight hamstrings and quads, so my legs, a lot of times I might think they're straight, but they're not. That's okay. We're just creating that longer lever, and that means more tension, more work for the low abs. If you also want to take it hard, to make it harder, extend the legs and then lower to about 45 degrees before you bend and bring them back up. And by lowering to 45 degrees, keeping the legs together, keeping them straight, you're really gonna feel that lower core pressure, only if you're ready for it. And rest. Okay, now we're gonna advance doing single leg work, unilateral training. We're gonna take the front knee over the hip, back leg stays down. We're gonna extend the leg and take the toe, draw just like a little circle out and around. Close to the floor as you can get while keeping that lower back to the mat. Now, that would be level one. Level two, you're gonna take that opposite knee and place it over your hip. Level three, you press the hands into the opposite knee. So drawing just a little circle, just about a foot or two in diameter. It doesn't have to be a huge motion for the hip. And we want to keep it lower to the ground because that's going to put that pressure on the lower abs. And of course, when you're pushing into the opposite knee, as you know from previous workouts, we're keeping tension in the opposite side. Keeping the knee 90 degrees over the hip. Rest. We'll do that same thing on the other side. So we're gonna keep this leg down. We're gonna start here with that knee bent, take it out, and then draw little circles down, around, and up. So we're not lifting the leg. You don't need to lift it all the way up and make this huge circle. Just keep it close to the ground, make it small movement, and if you want to add a little more intensity, you're gonna feel that right away with that leg lift. The back is gonna wanna lift off the ground, so if you do that, make sure to reset your core so that lower back is staying down toward the mat, lower abs are staying engaged. And if you want to add that little press, hands to knee. Again, don't speed up the leg circles, keep it slow. Again, another one that's gonna feel like your quads are on fire, and that is perfectly normal because we have those quads working, they're tensed up for this exercise, and that's totally normal. If you need to take breaks, your quads are on fire, you can totally do that. I always recommend foam rolling quads as well. That's gonna help release some of that tension. Okay, last one we're gonna do is a little riff on Pilates. So we're gonna do first a single leg hug where we lift the upper abs, pull the knee in, exhale, opposite knee comes in. So as you lift the head, make sure you're keeping that core tight and you're not seeing coning or doming. If you are seeing that, I want you to lay down. Do it with your head on the ground, but if you can, pull that knee in. Keeping everything really controlled. Opposite leg goes low to the floor or about 45 degrees or higher if you need to regress the movement. But again, putting the head down is the simplest way to progress that movement. If you want to though, you can extend the leg for full Pilates scissor. Upper and lower abs integrating. Use that breath, and we did it. Carefully roll up, stretch out, do what you need to do, and we'll be back here for our day 12. I'm so thrilled to be doing this with you guys. I hope you're enjoying it so far. Let me know if you have any questions or comments. I love to see what you guys think of the program, of the ab challenge, and it's great for other people to see who are looking into this. So I really appreciate all your feedback, constructive criticism, whatever it is. Let me know what you're thinking, and I appreciate all of you being here and doing this with me. I'll see you back here for next day tomorrow.